Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week on this episode we get into our 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge. If you don't know what that is, look up the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Same idea, but with Tom DeLonge and the artist of the week. Then we're also going to just rank all of the albums from the band Gnarkill, because we're going to get into the Gnarkill's self-titled record. My name is Tyler. Way out there, hundreds of miles away, way out there in the ether is Jeff. Go to iTunes or go to Apple Podcasts. Go rate and review us there. Subscribe to us if you want to. Keep listening to all your friends and family because we are the best. And social media is at Asinine Radio, so follow us there. Talk to us. Just have a good time with us. So, Jeff, let's just jump right into this. No time wasted. Let's get into the 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge. What do you got for your first one? Go.
I didn't do any of them.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, that's fine.
Just kidding. I did 3.
Okay.
Easy, because there's 3 people in Gnarkill, and I did 3 of them. I'll start from I'll start from the least important one, and that is Bam.
Yeah, he is the least important, yes.
The least important in the entire CKY/Jackass universe. Bam Margera. He was in the movie Haggard. Mm-hmm. And in the thanks section, they listed Blink-182.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Did you actually watch Haggard?
I tried.
Oh, you tried?
Haggard is fucking bad. It is awful. It is not even a fun good. It is bad. But yeah, they list Blink-182. I think it was probably a joke, I would assume. Actually, I don't know, because Dunn wears a lot of Atticus stuff in Haggard. So
really?
Yeah.
Not in an ironic way, or
I don't know. I don't think so. That was still when Blink was kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, that was my quick correlation. That was my least favorite one, so I just wanted to get that one over with real quick.
Okay, so I only have one. So you want to go with your second one, or?
Okay. My second one, Jess Margera. Mm-hmm. He was in the Company Band. That's the name of the band, the Company Band.
Yeah, I saw that.
With bassist Brad Davis. Brad Davis played bass in Fu Manchu with drummer Scott Reeder. Scott Reeder did a brief stint as touring drummer for Social D. Adam Willard was also a touring drummer for Social D, and Adam to Tom.
There you go. Look at that. That is a good one. I like that one. That was a very good one. Would not have picked up on that one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have the one here. This one is kind of a stretch, but I had to go with it. We're going to start with Mike Vallely. He was in CKY. I would consider him a supporting cast member. Not a main cast, but supporting.
Yes.
Because he was in several different things on there. Mm-hmm. And Mike Vallely is the current singer for Black Flag and has been for 10 years now. So we go from that to Black Flag. Cedric from Mars Volta was on a Black Flag comp about 10 years ago. And Cedric was in Anti-Mask with Travis Barker, and Travis Barker to Tom DeLonge. There you go. Went the Mike Vallely's way. So what do you got for your last one?
There you go. Well, there are three members of Gnarkill at the time when we were doing this album. That leaves only one member, right? Deco.
Yes.
Brandon DiCamillo. This was
the most important.
This one took a minute, but I got there.
I tried to go Deco, but I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I could not find a Deco route.
So stupid. There we go.
It has to be stupid because there's no logical way to make that connection.
I can't even talk about it. It's so dumb. So Brandon DiCamillo, he previously held a world record in high scoring for Mortal Kombat.
That's right, he did. Yeah, up until 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah, which has since been broken, but I still think he's in 3rd or 4th place for the highest score ever in Mortal Kombat. But
that's so wild.
The music for Mortal Kombat was composed by this guy, Dan Forden. So that's one.
Okay.
Dan Forden also played bass in a prog rock band called Cheer Accident with drummer
Never heard of him.
Time Jones. Time Jones played drums in a super group called Brice Glace, some avant-garde group. I don't fucking know. But he played with Jim O'Rourke. Jim O'Rourke.
Okay.
Jim O'Rourke was in Sonic Youth along with Thurston Moore. Thurston Moore was a character on Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Dude, this is so roundabout.
This is it, though. We're at like 5 right now, or 6 or 7 or something like that.
I was going to say, like, you're really pushing that 6 degrees.
I don't give a fuck. Thurston Moore was a character on Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And another person that was a character on Space Ghost was Dave Grohl.
Okay.
Dave Grohl, Nine Inch Nails, and Ilana Tom. So we got there.
How does Dave connect to Nine Inch Nails?
He's played with Nine Inch Nails before, babe boy. He's done work with Nine Inch Nails.
Has he?
He's done guest work. He's done maybe studio work, maybe not, but he's done guest work for sure with Nine Inch Nails.
Okay, interesting. And then going to Elon. Yeah. Good. That's good. That was that was so stupid.
This Bam was the one that I did first because I knew it was going to be easy. It was get me in the mood. And Dika was the one that I was not going to stop until I found one. I don't care how long it took.
that Mortal Kombat though, that's a deep cut right there.
It's so stupid.
That was good though.
It's like the only thing he's done outside of like CKY or Jackass.
I know.
Unfortunately.
I know, it's so shitty. Such a funny guy. But we'll get more into that once we get into the album of the week. But let's get into the rankings real quick. Finish that up. So they've only put out 3 records. One of them was technically unreleased, but it's all over the internet. It's all over the YouTubes. So we're going to rank it as well. So we're going to do their worst to their best. So what do you got? And then we're going to give our biggest banger off of them. So what do you got for your number 3?
This better be a no-brainer here. I would hope. But Gnarkill versus Uncle Matt and the Shitbirds.
Mm-hmm.
This is their worst thing. I don't really blame this one for being a letdown. Like it's just damn near impossible to redo their first. It's almost like counterintuitive to even just redo the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of how extremely sloppy and immature Gnarkill was. It's like a natural want to sort of actually take it a little more serious. So I don't fault it for that. But I don't like this. I don't hate it, but I'd only go back to like 2 of these songs. And like, dude, Shitbird Serenade, that was like the worst thing this entire week.
That was terrible, right?
That was the worst thing of this entire week was that song.
It's so bad.
Like, dude, it just shows you that like simply talking about buttholes and dick jokes, it just doesn't automatically equal funny. And it was so bad. But
you got to get the right delivery.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was awful. But my favorite song, I did like the song Dicks and Butt Kisses and Amish Metal.
Just because the title, though. Come on, right?
Yeah, dude, Dicks and Butt Kisses. It's so funny. And Amish Metal. Dude, both very short, but had like Deco really grooving with the music in the way that made sense. Free-flowing, nonsensical. He has a theme. He keeps with the theme, but he isn't afraid to break from the theme when it means he'll just get a cheap laugh. And that's what makes him lovable.
Those are good songs, but Dicks and Butt Kisses, man, what a title.
Dicks and Butt Kisses.
So stupid. Okay, so my number 3 is also their worst record is Gnarkill versus Uncle Matt and the Shitbirds. This was just I was so disappointed. I don't know why I was expecting more of the first record, but it's really bad. I mean, bringing in these other guys that just were not, or this one other guy, I guess, it was just not funny. And it was way too long. It was like 40 minutes compared to 21 minutes of the first record. It was just stupid, and barely any of the jokes hit. And it wasn't fun. It just didn't seem authentic really, except for one song. And the one song was Raytheon the Thespion. And I was laughing so hard when he said that. When Deco said Raytheon the Thespion, it's so stupid. It shouldn't. I don't know. It just shouldn't exist. And I thought it was really, really funny because I love when Deco shits on Rake. because it's so unwarranted and there's no reason for it.
I know.
Because Rake seems like he seems like the nicest guy of the group, and yet Deco just shits all over him. It's so fucking funny for no reason. So that was my favorite song. Otherwise, yeah, just Amish Metal was good, but overall this album just was terrible. It was not good. So that's my number 3.
It was bad. It was. This is almost like as if like Bam spearheaded this project. Like, hey, we had something going here. We should make a real band.
Yeah,
and
he's the least funny for sure.
He's the least everything, and it's just this album didn't click in any way, like musically, lyrically, joke wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing about this was really that great.
You're totally right. So, what do you got for your number 2 then?
Gnarkill 3. This is this was good. This is back to form, baby. This is pretty fucking funny here. This is good shit. This is fun, and it's just the right amount of musicianship. Like I do, like the opening electronic bit where Deco's saying the electronic sound sounded like electronic diarrhea. I never heard this before, and
I never either.
Like that
existed.
that electronic sound, that like dripping, I will never forget that. Like forever now, if I ever hear that in like music or soundtracks or movies, I will think of electronic diarrhea. And I laughed almost as hard, if not even harder, than some of the shit from their self-titled LP from Gnarkill. It was so funny. I can't even believe how funny that was. And
it was really good.
And I don't know, like if it wasn't for their first album, like this would be their best album. Like hands down.
Definitely. Yeah.
This was amazing. And coming off like number 2, I just don't like what did they do? Who did they kick out? Like what happened? Was Bam not even involved in this? I have no idea, but this was amazing. Fast Eddie, this is my favorite song on the album. This is the most Gnarkill song on this album. There's so many breakdowns from Deco, and he barely holds it together. And the entire time you're laughing, he's laughing. You feel like you're laughing with him. And then there's this part where he calls his butthole a cream corn hiney hole. I lost it. Cream corn hiney hole. Hiney hole. Like what the fuck is a hiney? Who even says hiney anymore? I thought that was so funny.
So good. It is so fucking funny.
This was unbelievable. I was blown away. I didn't want to listen to this because how shitty Gnarkill versus Uncle Matt was, but I was blown away by this.
I know. I was too. I waited until like the last minute to listen to this record. I listened to this today and like this afternoon before we were supposed to pod, and I just dreading it. But then I loved it from the start to finish. Like you said, the organs in the woods, that first like minute and a half, I think it is.
Yeah.
I was instantly just entranced. It was just so stupid. It was so funny. And then Jihad, I mean, lyrically, yeah, it's a mess of a song and fucked up, but I don't know. That was a good one. And then Robots at Sears was fucking weird as hell, but I really liked it. I thought it was really funny. And then like Fast Eddie, like you said, Fast Eddie was so funny. This is great. I thought this was really funny. And just it was so much like the first one. It was great stuff. So Gnarkill 3 was also my number 2. So
look at that.
There you go. So then if you didn't already know, the self-titled Gnarkill, that's their number 1. So stay tuned for the main episode because we're going to get into that. So that's it. That's all.